Good morning. I'm here to talk to you about using apple cider vinegar as a weight loss tool, but not a miracle solution. Okay. It's a supportive tool. So, I want to talk with you about 4 ways that apple cider vinegar can be useful in terms of your weight management goals. So, number one, apple cider vinegar can help out with um, appetite control. So, you know how um, after you eat a meal at times, you like 2 hours later you might feel like you're hungry again. Well, apple cider vinegar, the acidic acid in it, is going to help you to feel fuller longer. Okay, and it will slow down the the time that your food actually leaves your stomach, so that you can feel fuller longer. That means that you're going to eat fewer calories than what you normally would if you don't have the help of apple cider vinegar. Um, yeah, and I think you'll also wind up being more intentional about eating, foods that are more nutrient dense, and then you can feel satisfied. You can eat smaller portions of food and feel satisfied longer. Number two, the apple cider vinegar, and you want to get like specifically the apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. So the blood sugar, the apple cider vinegar helps to balance your blood sugar levels, and that too helps to reduce your cravings for food. It helps to improve insulin sensitivity. We all know what insulin is, right? It's one of those hormones that's responsible for helping to bring glucose or sugar into the cells within your body, and then that's your those that sugar is used as a source of energy for your body. Now, the thing with eating too much sugar is that that can, wind up causing like spikes in your blood sugar levels. So anyway, the apple cider vinegar helps to, make the cells like more sensitive to the insulin, so that your body is like, I guess, more efficient at absorbing the glucose, um, and then I guess it probably also helps to slow down the breakdown of the carbohydrates. So, in a nutshell, apple cider vinegar will help with reducing the number of sugar spikes you have. And because you have less sugar spikes, that means you're going to have fewer crashes, and and consequently fewer cravings for additional sugars. The problem with, there's some people from the moment that they wake up, it's like they're kind of like butterflies. I don't know if you've ever been to a butterfly zoo, but the butterflies constantly feed off of something sweet, like some type of juice or orange, or what have you. But the problem when we do that, and they need that like for survival. But the problem with us is that, if we could use, right, sugar as a source of fuel, but, our body is, going to try and do its best of absorbing that sugar into the cells. And then when that happens, we'll, prior to the absorption, we'll have a spike in or rise or elevation of the sugar levels. And then when the insulin comes in, the level of the sugar in our blood goes down drastically. And then, we wind up experiencing a crash. We're going to crave, more food because the body is like, what the heck? And then as we give ourselves more candy or more pastries or whatever, then that blood sugar level is going to come right back up and then back down. You know, I'm not suggesting that. I mean, there are some people like they're like, ooh, that means that I can just go on and eat my donuts and my cakes and my pies and my ice cream, and all I got to do is take a cap full of apple cider vinegar and everything's gonna be okay. Like, no, it's like a tool. It's not something that you add on to the negative behaviors, eating behaviors, so that you can keep doing what you're doing. Like, no, this is a tool to try to help to get you in the right direction to diminish some of your food cravings, especially at night. Like, I have a friend who, um, she used to like love eating, her snacks, sugary snacks at night. And, that can really over time add weight onto your body. And then as you get older, it's going to be harder to get that weight off. Anyway, third way that apple cider vinegar can help you with your weight management program is that it will help with reduction of fat storage. That's a new one for me. So the acidic acid may help to reduce fat storage, and it'll help encourage your body to actually use fat as a source of energy. Isn't that awesome? That is awesome, awesome, awesome. So it looks like you have two types of fat cells. You have white fat cells and you have brown fat cells. Both the food that you eat can get stored in both of those fashions. The white fat cells, it looks like those get stored up as lipids, whereas the brown fat cells, um, it looks like you are able to burn that in the presence of heat, which I imagine that's going to require some type of exercise. Yeah, wow. Anyway, I'm deviating. I'm looking at some graphics here. Yeah. So normally, like if you're going to burn fat, it's going to take a combination of things, oxygen, exercising, some water, some food. Anyway, um let me just keep on. The apple cider vinegar, it does support gradual fat loss over time. And this is like a supportive agent. This is not some like magical fat burner. Okay. Number four, apple cider vinegar can help to improve your digestion as well as your gut health. The apple cider vinegar helps to increase your stomach acidity. It supports digestion and it may help with bloating. hmm That's amazing. Now, if you have better absorption in your gut, I mean, digestion, then that's going to lead to better nutrient absorption. I think a lot of times the reason why we're overeating is because our body is just not getting the nutrients that it needs. And part of that has to do with the fact that our gut is not absorbing the nutrients, after that food is digested. When you eat the food, it goes down your esophagus, it goes down to the stomach where it's broken down by acids and enzymes and stuff like that. And then it will enter the small intestines and then later on the large intestines. And it's at that point that the food is absorbed into the rest of your body through the bloodstream. But if you know you have some issues going on and you're not adequately absorbing the nutrients of the food that you've eaten, then you're going to wind up eating more food to try to get what you need. So, apple cider vinegar for the win for you to be able to properly absorb the nutrients in your food. And I love the fact that the apple cider vinegar can be useful for helping to diminish bloating because who doesn't have issues with bloating, right? Because, you know, probably if you're not absorbing the nutrients properly, you're also probably backed up. So yeah, the apple cider vinegar gummies probably can help keep your intestinal tract clear of fecal matter, clear of waste, you know, so that um, you're not carrying an extra 5 or 10 pounds of just waste that helps to, make you bloated and look bigger than what you really are, right? Okay, so that's it. That's the 4 ways. So number one, the apple cider vinegar can help control your appetite. It can help regulate your blood sugar levels. It can help with your fat storage. It can help with your overall gut health and digestion. But listen, real talk, real talk, real talk. Who has ever tried to take a capful or teaspoon of apple cider vinegar? To me, it's pretty nasty. It honestly is nasty to me. It doesn't it doesn't taste good, and it's not something that I look forward to taking. It just has like a really, really, really harsh taste. But there is something called apple cider vinegar gummies, and if formulated properly, like these apple cider vinegar gummies that I did not think that I would like because I'm like, it doesn't matter whether you drinking the apple cider vinegar or you're taking it in a pill form, you still might get that foul smell, and then it just might have that really strong, almost offensive taste. Y'all know what taste I'm talking about. And then it can burn, and then, how is it going to feel going down? Because, apple cider vinegar, going down, I don't know. I wound up I went to um, a family get together many, many years ago, a friend's family gathering. And that was their tradition. Like they would eat a whole bunch of like good Southern food. I mean, the breakfast was laid out, lunch, dinner, dessert, but then they would end, it was their tradition to end the weekend off with some apple cider vinegar. I mean, they would just get a glass, put a little water in there and some apple cider vinegar. And I was like, that was the nastiest thing ever. So I was like, I can't do it. But when these came on deck, I was like, let me try it. Let me see if I like it. And I tend to take um, 2 in the morning into it. And I actually look forward to taking them because they are flavored with apple and pomegranate. And even though apple cider vinegar alone tends to help out with insulin sensitivity, they also added inulin in there to help further the natural benefit of the apple cider vinegar gummies to help out with your insulin sensitivity or your blood sugar levels. That's amazing. So these are, I usually keep these, I keep, one bottle in the kitchen and then another bottle in my bathroom, and then I just make sure that I take these. But you can also carry a week supply of these in your purse. You probably could leave it in your office. They're just convenient, and you know what? It actually tastes great. These are vegan friendly, so they're gelatin free, so you don't have to worry about that. In fact, let me see something. I'm gonna look up the apples. I don't know. Let me see. Apple cider vinegar. Let me look at a camera on this. Oh shoot, it's out of stock. Damn, it's been out of stock for a while. Let me see if, but it doesn't. It shouldn't matter if it's out of stock. I should still be able to get information on that. Anyway, let me check ChatGPT, see if ChatGPT could possibly help me out. Give me a second. Oh, wow, I hope I typed that. I have like these new nails, and I tell you, it's kind of hard to type with them. Wow. Okay, so when you take two gummies, that's equivalent to 1,000 milligrams of apple cider vinegar. I know some people are like, I don't like taking gummies because I don't know how much. Okay, let me stop talking like that. I don't know how much apple cider vinegar is in them, but these actually have 1,000 milligrams, and these are made at in Turkey, and they are, all of their products are pharmaceutical grade. They use pharmaceutical grade standards. They also use the European standards for formulating things. They do not use the United States standards. So they avoid a lot of different chemicals. Oh, the it has inulin in it, like I mentioned, which is a prebiotic fiber. Oh, and it has apple powder, pomegranate powder. They've supplemented. No wonder why I like this. It has folic acid, which is vitamin B9, and it also has B12, vitamin B12. I mean, it's the level of mindfulness that goes into formulating these things. And this is like added benefit, because not only are we getting the support, appetite control support, digestion support, gut health support, metabolism support. With the apple cider vinegar, we're getting the inulin, which really it complements and doubles up on the value of the apple cider vinegar with the inulin, because that helps to feed the good gut bacteria. So that helps with the gut health, which is very supportive of our weight management goals, digestion support. It's giving us good taste, good energy with the apple and the pomegranate. It's giving us additional antioxidants, metabolism support, and to the B12 and the folic acid. This is like another reason, like I suffer from chronic anemia. I wasn't here to talk about that, but I do suffer from chronic anemia. And it's more like a genetic defect, but sometimes like if you have a genetic defect and you couple that with amazing nutrition, amazing supplementation, that can actually help to ease your symptoms. And I can attest that I have not had any issues with my anemia in the past 6 months. So go pharmacy with the B12 and the folic acid in the apple cider vinegar gummies. That's why I'm feeling energetic, increased metabolic function. I mean, damn, these are, well, there are some other ingredients. Let's see. The sweeteners are using natural sweetener like a sorbitol, so something that's not going to raise your blood sugar level. They're using a plant-based gelling agent, pectin, which you can find in fruit. We do see some citric acid. Be interesting to know what the source is for that. So that's the acidity regulator. There's a little bit of sunflower oil for the coating. Um, they put some vitamin E in here. Interesting. Um, so they have the steviol glucosides, which is a natural sweetener from stevia. This is pretty solid from what I'm looking at. They do use deionized water. So I would have to look up some of these sweeteners, maltitol syrup, sweetener, thickener. So I have like 3 different like sweeteners in here that likely won't spike your blood sugar levels, right? Because that would be weird. Like I'm sure there are probably apple cider vinegar gummies on the shelf, but then they load it up with sugar, so it kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion. So these are like no added sugar. They're gelatin free, plant based, non GMO, gluten free, no preservatives. I mean, what more can I say about this? I mean, these gummies, they have apple cider vinegar that helps support metabolism and great for your helping to suppress your appetite. Man, they've added a source of fiber here, some nutrients for your healthy, uh, your good gut bacteria. Man, they do taste great. I actually look forward to taking these every morning and every night. It's kind of like having a treat. It really is. You know what? This product, it's great to bundle with my morning glow. I'm gonna have to change the name of this drink, but I think this will compare well with the L-carnitine, which is that natural fat burner that converts your fatty acid into a source of energy. And I think it will also pair well with the Allogo that goes into the morning drink because, as you may recall from my previous video, oh wow, I slipped 3 Radiant Mind gummies in here. The aloe, because the aloe glow actually has anti-inflammatory properties. And I was watching this video the other day, and sure enough, too much inflammation in your body is another source of making you appear bigger than what you really are. And so we can find ways to diminish our inflammatory load on our body. It can help us with streamlining. This is so cool. Yeah. I think I'm gonna this is like making me rethink some things, like because like my morning glow bundle, I would do aloe glow, the L-carnitine, hydro drops, and then the Radiant Mind gummies. I'm thinking that bundle, now that I know what I know, needs to be enhanced with the apple cider vinegar gummies. Like I usually take this, but I take it separate. But I think I need to create a bundle that includes the morning glow and the apple cider vinegar gummy. So I'm really glad that I did this review. Anyway, thank you so much for for spending some time with me. And I'm going to share this video in the shed it's like a 31-day challenge to shed inches. It's a group that I created on Facebook. You're welcome to join, where you can catch the replay of these videos, or you can go to my YouTube channel and you can catch up on all the old videos, or you can catch a replay of this video. Thank you so much. Have a great day.